And today's topic I'm really excited about. I just feel completely fired up. I did a consumer psychology presentation with the city of Austin this past week for Small Business Week, and the response to the topic and overall business culture is phenomenal. I mean, every single time I talk about this topic, there is not a single person that disagrees or feels differently, which is not very common. Usually, especially if you're in an open environment or in a classroom situation, there's a difference of opinions, different cultures, different perspectives, different experiences. But in all of these classes, especially when I'm teaching on consumer psychology, and I get into a little bit of business culture, the response is unanimous. And here's why. When we opened up the doors to the business culture that we have today, most people, most professionals that are working do not work in or with people in their neighborhood or even in their immediate surroundings. It's more likely today that we're commuting 20, 30 minutes away, or we're working in a remote environment. And so what ends up happening when you spend a majority of your time at work, you actually end up in this strange situation where you just don't really know your neighbors. It's also a huge contrast to how it used to be, where everybody knew the local townsmen, the local smiths, right? The local merchants that would make textiles. And it was a community effort. Everybody knew exactly who they were going to within a village or a community. We just don't have that today. My master's degree is in IO psychology, so there's a lot of overlapping here between my personal experiences and what I've grown to take an interest in. And the reason I've become so passionate about this, I completely feel like it's in alignment with what my calling is to help advocate for a change in business culture. Now, I am not saying at all that we need to shut business down completely and never make money and never trade time and energy and skills for resources. But I am advocating for maybe opening the doors to doing business differently. For myself, that was pursuing a journey of entrepreneurship that I started over a decade ago. I've been launching businesses on and off. Most of those were to get experience. Some of them were complete failures and flops. One went into a bankruptcy, right? And this is all a part of the learning process. So I never want to be that person that sits here and says, I have it all figured out just because I have had so many experiences. Instead, I would rather relate with you and share with you some of the challenges I've had, some of the thought processes I've had, and share on my decade of experience from my perspective about business culture. Before I had children, I was able to keep up with anybody and anything